Hello. I want to introduce this section with this video because it's somehow a little bit different than the other sections. Let's first see what quality assurance is. Usually the term quality assurance is used in a process of validation and verification of various products. Research studies are also kind of products, and therefore they also need quality assurance. They need to comply to certain standards that are usually called quality criteria. This criteria has to be incorporated into the research as much as possible during all the phases of the research study. Therefore, have in mind that what we discuss here does not come at the end of the research, but this knowledge about the quality criteria needs to be used through the whole process of research. Quality criteria for quantitative and qualitative research differ. They differ slightly, and usually those in qualitative research try to correspond to those that are used in quantitative research. The only criteria that is used for quality assurance and is the same in both of these type of the research is the research ethics. It is unique, and the same research ethics apply to these both types of research. Let's shortly see what we will cover in this section. We will talk about validity or whether what you measure is the right thing that you need for your research, about reliability, which is when you ask yourself if you measure the thing that you need to measure in the right way, whether the measurements are correct. Reproducibility is about whether the research can be reproduced or replicated, and we will see a very slight difference between reproducibility and replicability. Generalizability is a criterion where the findings about a small group that is a subset of the population is applied to the whole population. And finally, we'll talk about ethics and ethical issues in research. As I previously said, the quality criteria for qualitative research somehow try to match those in quantitative research. So instead of validity, we have credibility, because you are not measuring something in qualitative research. So the question that you ask as a researcher is, would the participants consider the results to be believable? Dependability, on the other side, is about consistency or reliability. So here, instead of asking ourselves whether we measure in right way, we ask if the methods for the research were used rigorously and consistently. Confirmability or neutrality is about some correspondence to the generalizability. With qualitative research, we don't have rigorous sampling as in quantitative. So the question that we ask is, would another research have arrived at the similar results? And finally, transferability or applicability is something that corresponds and answers the question to what degree the results can be used in other contexts. And here, once again, we have the same ethics that we had for the quantitative research. This section is organized in such a way that beside this one and the last section, we have two subsections. In the first one, called Quality Criteria, there are videos that present the criteria used in quantitative research. Only the last unit in this subsection is about the criteria used in the qualitative research. And we have a separate subsection that follows this one. It is called ethics, and it describes the ethical issues in both the quantitative and the qualitative research. I hope you will enjoy this section.